Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Iftikhar, thank you very much for that. And we'll be working with Iftikhar more in terms of standard development and also the integrated management system. The board has approved Iftikhar to start working on a framework for us. So thank you, Iftikhar. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. They changed my photo after some people complained about my photo. And actually, that was that awful photo before was taken when I was in China, when I wasn't very well. So anyway, I changed it. I got it changed. Thank you for the feedback. All right, so listen, we've had a great conference. Have we ever had a great conference? I can't hear you. Oh, absolutely. I'm glad to be back, as I mentioned, and you know what? This has been a great start, but the team has said to me, oh my God, I think we've done this too well, because now we've set ourselves a benchmark going forward, which is okay, because you know what? With this team, I believe we can deliver it, and you know what? I want to deliver it. And also, remember I said I think I've spoken to, I think I've tried to speak to everybody. You know, I was so tired last night, I literally put the head on the pillow and that was it, gone. But look, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed trying to meet as many people as I can and be a chairman of the people rather than just some token guy up here, etc. So look, remember what I said. India office, right? We're going to fast track that. Hey, many of you that have travelled have told me the need for it there. And look, we internally we've already seen that. We will definitely do that. Malaysia HRDF fund. We're gonna set up an entity here. We're going to take advice on how to do that. But that means utilize it, right? So when we had Honeywell here yesterday. I've forgotten the name of the other company, Janine Oy. Both of those companies can utilize the HRDF fund as well, all right? So it's something we're definitely going to do. So look, we're going to have, and look, training's a passionate thing of me. That's why I want David Ching to come back on the team. You know, he was responsible for delivering the training before he had to step down for medical reasons. But look, you know, he's back in the fold and we want to get him back into TAPA. But at the same time, remember I've said to everybody out there, please contribute, right? It's your association. I may have a vision and mission, but at the end of the day, we still need people to drive the programs, okay? All right, so we're going to have an advanced training system. We're going to have avatar training for basic training. We're going to have good face-to-face workshops. So remember I said we learned something in the risk assessment workshops. We had good feedback from Jason and the team. We'll look at having a basic risk assessment course, and then we're looking at having an advanced one. Advanced one for taking it to the next level. You know, how do we really look at risk in detail? How do we really then start using that knowledge, as I say, that domain knowledge, to actually make an impact, okay? So rather than just having pieces of paper floating around, no action plans, etc., remember what I said, management have to sign off on this, and that's why I suggest everyone in this room, and certainly we will communicate it out to those who have had to leave for flights already, use the risk assessment process to drive change in your organization. Use it to document the reason why you need something done. Be clever. On occasions, you may be better off using a consultant to actually do it for you, because then it's the consultant delivering the message and not yourself, so you don't become the target of raising things. You know, unfortunately, that happens in every single company. Sometimes if you raise an issue, it's taken negatively. So plenty of work there. All right, so look, the new standards, right? Remember, scrap management standard. Tom Kane, I'm not sure if Tom's still here from Analog Devices. He wants to get involved in that. That's something that's passionate to him. We have the pharmaceutical industry that want to get involved in that as well. Advanced auditor training. So we are going to teach you how to become auditors. So I think before, we've given you a set of criteria, we've given you examples of how it should be answered. But we're going to teach you how to become an actual auditor, right? So that course will be done. And then with the FSR, with the TSR, with the CSS, et cetera, those will be technical courses. So we teach you the technical language and teach you how to do that, right? Getting into the detail, we don't sometimes, when we talk about the technical aspects of the standard, we don't get into the enough details, okay? By taking the auditor section out, we can, that time we can then use to develop the technical skills. Okay, so control tower. So those of you, you've seen the growth in control towers, and that growth will continue. So we want to make sure there's some form of standard in place, especially in terms of response management, et cetera. Legal agreements, remember, how do you put the TAPA standards into your agreements? And then what we do some legal training in that sense. Not to make you lawyers, but to show you the best practice in the industry of how you introduce those into your agreements. The ROI, right? How do you get the ROI for TAPA? It's quite easy to say, hey, the TAPA is costing me this much, that much, and you go and see the CFO and he doesn't want to listen to you. So we're going to teach you how to deliver that ROI back, okay? Right, new standards guidelines, as I mentioned, we're looking at the integrated management system. But look, we're looking at pharma, so with TSR, we would have a TSR plus for cold chain. If you look at the tobacco industry, they want some additions put onto the TSR. If you look at courier-free, the TSR doesn't actually appeal to courier-free, and that needs to be done. Custom security programs and AVSEC, so a TSR plus AVSEC to make sure, or a TSR plus CTPAT, FSR plus CTPAT, to make sure that when you go through that CTPAT audit, we will put the plus in so everything is audited, right? So when you submit that to Homeland Security, we will do the background work for you to make sure that that gets acknowledged, okay? And as you know, look, some countries around the world don't like the US customs coming in and doing those sort of audits. So what does that mean? It means that TAPA will take up that slack and and add value back to you, okay? All right, so next slide, what's on the next slide? All right, so look, a big thank you to our Premier partners, and those of you who want to be Premier partners. What we are offering is educational opportunities for Premier partners to come forward and actually talk about their expertise, talk about case studies. Generally what we say to partners is, it's no good coming up here and advertising. People just switch off. They get bored. Agree? Everyone agree? But if you come up here and you talk as an expert, you give people good case studies, then people listen to that. That's what they want to hear about, and that's what we're trying to encourage. When you come to a conference, we want you to learn, we want you to be able to develop, grow, and obviously network. All right, but a big thank you to Blue Ocean, Sterling, and obviously Iris and Sensorlink. I really appreciate the sponsorship money. Helps us to put on an event like this. A glorious night last night. Wasn't she an amazing singer? Oh, she's just so natural at it. I was I was just getting into the mood, actually. I was going to jump up and have a karaoke with her. But no, but it was, and those dancers, fantastic. Okay? So, really appreciate the effort that went into last night. So I don't think there's anything else, is there? What's on my next slide, team? Okay, right, see you at the next event. We will be having, because I'm passionate about this, we will be having at least one event in China because of the size of the market there, one in India because of the size of the market, and then we will rotate one across Southeast Asia. So that will obviously be, Malaysia, Singapore, we want to get down to Jakarta at some stage. We've got to get down to ANZ, because Jason, we can't always be coming out, so we've got to get down there and see Jason. But look, we want, if you look at the size of ANZ market, it's enormous, right? And we're only scraping the barrel there, so we've got to get in there and help those guys. So look, from me, have a safe journey home. I really do appreciate the help and support. I do appreciate all of the support for me, and the fact that you're supporting the direction in which I'm taking this organization. And obviously, again, thank you to my board, thank you to my great team, and thank you to those guys at the back. They've done a terrific job. And this man here, so, these guys make it easy for anyone to come up here, and sometimes they're the unsung heroes, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so great conference and safe journey home. Thank you very much.